I didn't realize how exhausting it has become, carrying everybody else's emotions and abandoning my own. For years, I thought that it was love, it was being supportive. Yet, to be honest, it turned out that it was just dependency disguised as service. Until I made a decision, and this decision, I made it 3 weeks ago, and I want to tell you everything that it changed for me. This video is for every empath, every healer, every therapist, everybody who is walking the path of service. And this is my genuine expression of where this path led me and what it helped me realize. I stopped healing others for 3 weeks. I challenged myself. And here is what actually changed. This is what I want to share today. So, on that journey, while talking with my clients, while helping them understand their pain better, while helping them understand where their trauma is coming from, guiding them through that healing journey, at some point, I catched myself that I wasn't listening. I wasn't. I was just managing and controlling. And it was my dream. This was my dream to have a coaching and therapy business where I'm able to help people do the inner work. And I remember that at one time back in the past, I have actually made that decision really consciously that for me to be consistent with my own growth, I want to help others grow. So by making that decision, I made myself dependent. For me to find reasons to grow, I need to help others grow. Otherwise, what's the point of my existence? Who am I? Do I even matter? As dark as these thoughts are, this is what became clear once I have challenged myself and I have made this new decision. It felt like internally when I made this decision to stop healing others for 3 weeks, just give it all up, give everything that I have worked for, just drop it. And I was just looking within myself, layers upon layers upon layers, going deeper and deeper. And I realized that it felt like if I didn't help, I wasn't valuable. If I wasn't supportive, if I wasn't listening, if I wasn't caring, if I wasn't extending my empathy, I didn't matter. I wasn't valuable. And so that's why it felt like I was abandoning myself again through doing the job that I have dreamed I would have one time. And instead of being grateful and feeling blessed that I have gone there, I felt depleted and as if I lost meaning again. So the decision I made is to just stop fixing, to just stop healing, to see what others can do if I stop taking responsibility. See how people can be responsible for themselves if I simply become responsible for myself. And instead of distracting, neglecting, and trying to be of service, disguising my service, my desire to serve as codependency, what if I could just intentionally look at myself and serve myself? And then eventually just let my empathy do the rest. So by taking that break, by making that decision that I stop healing, stop fixing others, I'm going to stop doing it. Here is the shift that I'm experiencing. And this is actually ongoing. So I cannot say that I have fully underwent that shift. It's something that is currently ongoing. But I can say what I have experienced for the last 3 weeks. I just gave it all up. And the only thing that I focused on was myself. And I realized I needed to rest because I was depleted. I needed to spend time in nature. And I was having these long walks for like 4 to 6 hours per day, just going around nature, reading a book here and there, contemplating, observing people, and just being with myself. And it felt like I was lost, but in a way, I embraced feeling lost I totally went into it. I decided, okay, let me be worst. Let me be as worst as I can be. And let me see what happens. If pursuing what I wanted to achieve in life didn't bring me fulfillment and happiness, and it only made me feel miserable, and now I feel lost. And admitting that I'm lost, even though I don't want to admit it because I wanted to hold together what I have built, right? Of course, not alone, with the help of many friends and a business partner when it comes to that coaching and therapy business. But I just didn't feel like I was doing it for the right reasons. And by giving it up, by allowing myself to feel lost, I naturally and spontaneously rediscovered everything that I have neglected and abandoned. I realized I had this love for running, so I started running every other day. I started taking care of my body, training again. Maybe you can see it, maybe not. It doesn't matter. Um, I just started being more and more vulnerable instead of pretending to be healed or pretending to be perfect when sometimes I get into this trap because of the coaching that I do and the therapy that I do. It's as if I become too prideful, too proudful, and I carry this vanity with me. I just gave it all up and decided to be fully honest. Whenever when somebody asks me how I am, I'm just telling the truth as it is, and seeing where the conversation goes. And it's curious because this allowed me to connect on an even more deeper level with the people around me. Um, it also allowed me. It also made me lose the relationship I was in. But this is a story that I told in another video if you want to check it out. So now I'm undergoing this shift because it's a passion of mine to talk about the inner work, doing the inner work, about healing, about self-improvement. And I'll keep working with people after like 2,000 hours of therapy sessions and coaching sessions. I'll keep doing that. But my attitude, I believe, would completely change. Because until now, my attitude was I'm working on myself until I feel stable and capable enough to then go and serve others. And when I start serving others, little by little, unconsciously, without realizing it at first, I'm starting to neglect myself. I'm starting to abandon myself. I'm stopping to do the things that I know bring me energy because well, I need to help others. I need to serve, right? This is what I live for because who am I? What, do I even matter if I'm not helpful, if I'm not serving, which is this limiting belief that I've been fighting my whole life. If I don't help, I'm not valuable. And so by going into coaching and therapy now, I think I'll completely shift my approach. And I'll shift my approach. I'll test it. I'll see if it even works. But I'll shift it to healing through authenticity, healing through just sharing my story, healing through just expressing where I am at life instead of hiding. And then on top of that, expressing the knowledge that can actually support somebody on their journey. I don't know where this will go, but I feel it's a little bit more truthful and honest than pretending that I have it all together for the sake of helping others overcome their own issues. I do not have it all together. In fact, I feel lost every year for like a month or something. It's a repeating pattern. And I'm not even sure whether I'll be able to overcome this fully. So I know that responsibility plays a huge role in it. And another thing in this shift is that I wouldn't give as much importance on helping others or like healing them or fixing them because I just give up basing my worth on how helpful I am. I feel like I'm worth it just because I am. And this applies to everybody. Even though when I'm empathetic and I'm sensitive to other people's energies and their state of being, sometimes it feels like if I cannot comfort them, help them let go of their tension, I'm not doing a good job. But I believe this is just the trauma that I'm healing and overcoming within myself. Because it's not my responsibility to be there for everybody. And when I try to do this in my work, I abandon, which is totally unnecessary at this stage. I've done it enough to know that I cannot go on like that any longer. So let's see if that's possible. Healing through authenticity. I don't know. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Instead of having the intention to heal, to serve, to fix, to be in service, to be supportive, instead of having that intention and holding it, what if the next level, the next stage of healing is through authenticity? And I tried to illustrate it here. So this is who I was before. This is me. These are others. And when I help somebody, my self-worth in a way increases. And eventually, because when I'm not able to help somebody and I try to, I feel angry, I feel resentful. And by repeating this again and again, this is the new approach that I'm trying to envision here. That healing through authenticity, by just me sharing my stories and what I've been through and what I'm going through right now, I think since this is truthful and truth has power, this is one of the beliefs I'm carrying in my life. I have. Since truth has power, it should have the power to heal. Even though that truth, for me, it might feel a little bit shameful. It might feel, I might feel guilty sharing it. I might feel vulnerable. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe that's how it's supposed to feel. And maybe this truth will create the healing space that others need. So, yes, this was my message for today. Thank you for staying with me. This is the shift I'm going through, and I suppose I'll be sharing a lot more about it in the future. If you liked it, I would love to let me know what you think about this new shift, that you can heal through authenticity and not heal others because you're perfect, but heal them through just being authentic. Let me know what you think about, and see you around.